Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the season finale of The Boys. Now, for those who have not seen it, there are spoilers ahead, so if you have not seen it, I will be spoiling some major stuff, and that won't be good. So pause the video, watch the episode, and then come back and let's discuss. So anyway, the big thing is, so we see that one of the big things that happens, sorry, lost my train of thought for a second, but we have Maeve being, basically, there's a riot outside of Vought that's going on to release Maeve. That's the big thing, right? Because everyone has listened to what Homelander has said in his speech when Starlight was live. So all that's happening, and then while that's, the riots, all that stuff is happening, there's a couple of things that are happening simultaneously as well. So Huey, Butcher, and Soldier Boy are all together, and it's a little bit of a... Huey's not convinced that it's the best thing to do right now. Basically, Butcher is trying to get Huey to realize that he's still going to kill Homelander, and that he's also trying to convince Soldier Boy that Soldier Boy is not Homelander's daddy, in the regular sense. Obviously in the biological sense, but not in the, he's your child, like a loving, caring father. So anyway, all that is going on at the same time, and then they go to a gas station, and Butcher decides to knock out Huey. So Huey gets knocked out, and he leaves him there. And they leave. He takes Soldier Boy with him, and Soldier Boy's like, where's the other one? And he's basically like, nah, he doesn't need to be here. So they have that backup plan, I shouldn't say that. Butcher is claiming that he has a backup plan to go into, to attack Homelander inside of Vought. So then we have, Starlight getting picked up. Starlight picking up Huey. My apologies. All that's going on, and then we have Maeve, who gets knocked out with some knockout gas to be moved to a new location because there is a warrant that is going to be done inside of Vought Tower to find Maeve inside the tower. They have her in a van being transported to another location. The knockout gas wears off. She breaks free, kills everyone in the van, and takes off. She calls Starlight to let her know that she's safe and where she is. Where is she, you ask? Well, she's with none other than Mother's Milk, and he's not happy. So Starlight, Huey, and Maeve and MM are all talking together. It is not a good conversation. MM and Huey leave so those two can talk, and basically stating that they need to stop Soldier Boy and Homelander, that both are a problem. And Maeve is basically saying thank you in her own way to Starlight on letting them be free. Starlight then begins to start calling Vought Tower to tell them to evacuate because Soldier Boy is going to be on his way. While this is going on, Frenchie is doing cocaine. Kimiko beats him up, tells him to stop doing it and stop being a wimp. All that's going on, and then, a huge piece I forgot. Homelander went to go get his kid. He went on Mallory's property, took the kid. It was a mutual thing, in the sense that Ryan went with him willingly, and he did not kill Mallory, thank goodness. I do like her. Although he did tell her to throw her phone away because he could hear her basically tapping away on her phone. He takes off with Ryan, and we don't know where he takes him. We just don't. So, Maeve has escaped. I'm trying to think of what else. Sorry, I'm trying to do it in order. But anyway, so Ashley and the Deep go to find Homelander. He's in his room. They explain to him that Maeve escaped, and he's not happy, but he's also not pissed either. It's a weird situation to be a part of. This is when Black Noir comes, and Ashley and the Deep decide to leave because they do not want to deal with that. So they leave, and now Black Noir and Homelander are attempting to have a conversation, which is just a weird thing to begin with. But anyway, he explains to, or he has a sign for Homelander to read that states that Soldier Boy is coming and he's going to try to kill him. And Homelander hugs him and everything else, and that's kind of the end of that for this moment. We'll discuss it in a minute. So that being said, we now go to the boys, who are now contemplating what they need to do because Vaught's not listening, so they're going to have to figure out another way. So they decide that they're going to try to stop Soldier Boy before he gets to Vought Tower. So they put two and two together on where he's going to be, and they happen to be at Butcher's place. And Butcher gets bombarded by both Maeve and Mother's Milk, and he wants to pull the trigger on Butcher, and Butcher's basically calling his bluff. Do it, do it, do it! And Huey convinces him not to. And then this is when Soldier Boy comes in and basically tells them that they need to, and he's basically going to kill them all. And this is when Maeve throws their only defense against Soldier Boy, the gas, out the window, and then breaks MM's gun. And that's when Butcher tells everyone to get into the safe and stay there. And the rest of them will, Maeve, him, and Soldier Boy will be taking care of Homelander. So they get locked in the safe. Butcher turns off all the power, and they start heading to Vought Tower. The three of them are going to kill Homelander. Now, back at Vought, we then have Homelander, who is talking to Black Noir, who is not shaving. He is sharpening his sword, and basically Homelander says it's not going to be enough. You've been sharpening it for hours. It's not going to be sharp enough to cut through Soldier Boy's skin. So he then continues to do so anyway. And Homelander asks him about his dad, and Black Noir basically says he's a bad guy, and a really bad guy. And Homelander asked, "Did you know that I was his son?" And Black Noir was honest and said yes, and that's when Homelander shoved his whole fist through Black Noir's stomach, ripped it out, and watched him die. Yeah, fun. He removes his mask, or we assume at some point he removes his mask, because he then goes to find A-Train, the Deep, and Ashley, who are all together, who are debating on whether they're going to evacuate the building, and Homelander says, no, we are going to present with strength, and that is it. And this is when he starts to embarrass the three of them, because one of their plans is to use Black Noir as bait to basically attack Soldier Boy. And that's when Homelander shows the mask, and they realize that Black Noir is dead. Then he decides to humiliate all three of them, the Deep being useless, Ashley being bald, which was a scary sight to see, and A-Train being a hypocrite, and basically telling him he's going to have to tell everyone in the world that soups are the justice that is needed in the world. Which is basically just a slap in the face to all of them. And he basically says to them that they're useless to him, because the only one who meant anything was Black Noir, and he couldn't even trust him. So that goes with that. Homelander's then upstairs at one point, and then that's when Soldier Boy, Butcher, and Maeve are there, and they are ready to attack Homelander. Homelander then shows Ryan, his Soldier Boy's grandson, and Soldier Boy, the three of them overpower Homelander and go to kill him. And that's when Ryan laser blasts Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy then slams him with a shield and knocks the kid out. And Homelander gets pissed. So does Butcher, and Butcher starts to attack Soldier Boy because of the fact of the promise that he made to his wife. So Homelander and Butcher both laser blast the shield that knocks Soldier Boy out of the room. And that's when Butcher goes after Soldier Boy and they begin to fight. Then Maeve and Homelander begin to fight. And that's the whole thing. And then we have Starlight and MM come into the fight to help out Butcher, who's getting his butt kicked, and Maeve continuing to beat up Homelander. We have Huey in the control system, and then we have Kimiko and Frenchie, in the laboratory, concocting another gas to take out Soldier Boy. While this is going on, to make the gas, Frenchie gets shot in the leg, and Kimiko kills all the guards. He finishes it, though, and he gives it to Kimiko and tells her to go and give it to him. She runs, or goes upstairs as fast as she can. While this is going on, everyone's getting their butt kicked by Soldier Boy. Not pleasant at all. Starlight is about to get killed, and Huey is about to use the Temp V, decides against it, and brightens up all the lights in the room. And Starlight gets so absorbed with power that she can actually float and shoot an immense, powerful blast at Soldier Boy. Still did not knock him out, but did enough damage. And that's when Soldier Boy, Kimiko jumps on him and puts the mask on. While this is all going on, Maeve is got her eye gouged out, and Homelander, the two of them were pretty decently even. I mean, it's tough to say for sure. I imagine that obviously Homelander is physically stronger, but she was showing some major skill here where he has no skill whatsoever. He just uses his brute strength, and that's clear as day in this fight. But anyway, so she then stabs him in the ear and everything else, and Soldier Boy's about to go nuclear. And that's when Maeve tackles him, slams him out of the building. Butcher is covering Ryan to protect him, and the explosion happens outside, and while they're falling from Vought Tower. Homelander's about to kill all of them. Ryan convinces him otherwise, and they leave together. And that's how that part ends. So, what do we know now? Well, Frenchie's healed. Butcher is dying from the Temp V. He's got 12 to 18 months if he's lucky. Ryan is with Homelander. I'm trying to think of what else before I talk about that. Grace has Soldier Boy in a chamber, hopefully keeping him safe there. We also have the fact that the Deep was ordered to kill the potential vice president, and he did so. And now the head popper is now the new candidate for vice president. And now the boys are very concerned and are ready to take her out next. Starlight is joining the crew as a member of the boys, and nobody knows that Butcher's dying. And then we have the very end, which is Homelander introducing everybody to his son, all the Homelander and Stormfront or Storm Chasers, who his son is. And that's when a Starlight liberal throws something at Ryan, hits him in the head, and that's when Homelander laser beams the guy's head, and it pops. And at first it's silent for a while, and then everyone starts cheering for him, and you see Ryan with a little bit of a smirk. So, what do we have coming for us in Season 4? Well, the boys are going to have to deal with a few things. The fact that they're going to have to deal with the vice president being a head popper, and they're going to have to kill her. Also, the fact that Ryan is going to be turning into just as a sadistic a-hole as his father, and Butcher is going to be dying. Whether it's next season or at the very end of the season where he dies, I can't imagine him living. So that's going to be an awkward situation. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully he doesn't, because I do like his character. But we'll have to, like I said, we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys thought about this season in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? You know, just let me know. I'm curious because I know I liked it. It definitely was a show that I thought I knew was going to happen, and I was wrong pretty much all of the time, but for the better. Definitely looking forward to season 4. Hopefully it doesn't take as long. With COVID not being as big of an issue, hopefully it's not going to be as bad. Hopefully it's not going to take as long, I should say. So, as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great night.